Shinobi channel. How are you guys? This time the All Shinobi returns with a story that is rare and never even meet. On this occasion we will discuss the legendary summon animal that has unmatched power. Before entering the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so that All Shinobi will be even more excited and will continue to update about the latest videos of Shinobi's world. Kuchiyose animals are animals that have special advantages, both in size, intelligence or the ability to survive, compared to other animals. By having a size that is much larger than the size of other normal animals, these Kuchiyose animals have an advantage in the destructive power created by their blows. Then not only that, some of them are able to use ninjutsu techniques like the frogs from Mount Myoboku. However, not a few of the Kuchiyose animals that have extra large sizes take advantage of their survival skills in attacking techniques, such as Manda who uses her super strong coiling technique, or her snake venom that can paralyze the area being attacked, and also Katsuyu who can stick together with the slime from his body while healing the wounds of the shinobi. It is certain that these animals have a much greater advantage over animals in general, even if these animals have the same size as the Kuchiyose animals, as shown when Gamamaru, who was then still small, and was able to defeat a bear bigger than him with water release. Not only against fellow animals, the effectiveness of these Kuchiyose creatures is very powerful when they have to fight on the battlefield against shinobi who number more than the Kuchiyose animal users. This is proven when the fight between the three legendary Sannin at the border against the shinobi from the village of Omegakure. At that time, in the middle of a fight that did not benefit Tsunade, Jiraiya and Orochimaru, because the three of them were outnumbered, on Jiraiya's initiative, they were willing to use their Kuchiyose animals simultaneously, to reverse the fight. And sure enough, it only took a few minutes for the Omegakure shinobi who surrounded the Konoha shinobi to be thrown here and there, and not a few of them died instantly with just a blow from Manda or Gamabunta. Although these Kuchiyose beasts are strong, there is a fact that they are still no match for the Biju created from the fragments of the Jubi. But even so, some of the Kuchiyose animals that have been summoned or just mentioned, have abilities that are much stronger than the Biju on Earth. And here they are, the legendary Kuchiyose beasts that possess unmatched abilities. 1. Wood Dragons. Wood Dragon is a dragon creature created from wood that was once used by Hashirama against Madara Uchiha. Unlike the physical form of ordinary animals, no matter how much the dragon's head was cut off, and by supplying its chakra and stamina, Hashirama at that time was able to continue to grow the dragon's head, making it look very impossible to incapacitate. Since the beginning of the existence of this dragon, there is no weakness in its body, not only the head, almost all parts of its body are destroyed, the dragon will always grow these parts quickly. He is also able to fire a type of Biju bomb from his mouth, which is capable of creating an explosion when it hits its target, such as when he faced Madara's Susanoo. And Madara also uses this wood dragon when he has to deal with the Kyuubi and also Hachibi, where the two strongest beasts are very troubled when facing the dragon wood. Unfortunately, after the death of Hashirama and Madara, the wood dragon never reappeared, because none of the shinobi could summon him, not even Yamato who had wood release like Hashirama. But, with Hashirama's cells and Ashura's power in Naruto's body, it is not impossible that the Hokage of Konoha village will be able to summon the wood dragon by awakening Hashirama's cells in his body, and making all the power of these cells be his. 2. Legendary Phoenix. The legendary phoenix is a bird-shaped creature created from pure fire, like a volcanic flame. The existence of this bird is not yet known, but for sure Momoshiki had summoned this animal in his attempt to defeat Naruto and Sasuke in Kurama Susanoo mode. This bird has the shape of a bird in general, with a body size as large as Sasuke's hawk, but his entire body is covered by hot fire. No matter how many times it was destroyed, this body was always able to come back to life from where it was created. Because it only appears once, namely when it is used by Momoshiki, it is very likely that this bird is still waiting for the figure of a shinobi who has the same strength as Momoshiki. And with the presence of karma in Boruto, it is very likely that if this phoenix waits for Boruto's presence, it will master Momoshiki's karma, and become his Kuchiyose animal. 3. Legendary Dragon Snake. Dragon snake is a legendary animal that was mentioned by Kabuto when he faced Itachi and Sasuke. At that time, Kabuto, who had mastered Sannin mode, explained to the two Uchiha brothers about how great the power was equal to the figure of the dragon snake. Kabuto tells about the legend of the snake who has succeeded in achieving the highest evolution by becoming a dragon figure. And based on that, he studied the snake mode Sannin until he could finally resemble the shape of the dragon snake. With the legend mentioned by Kabuto, and the evidence that Kabuto can reach Sage Dragon form, it is very likely that the dragon snake figure that Kabuto said is true. As we know, before two creatures make a contract, between a shinobi and a Kuchiyose creature, then the figure of the Kuchiyose creature will definitely acknowledge the shinobi's abilities before he decides to bind a summoning contract, as happened between Boruto and Garaga. And with the ability of the dragon snake that has evolved into the highest creature, it takes the prowess of a legendary shinobi who can make him bind a contract with the dragon snake. The only shinobi whose abilities have been recognized by snakes is the figure of Boruto, who once tamed Garaga's stubbornness. It is very likely that Boruto's figure has been monitored by the dragon snake to bind a contract with the vessel from Otsutsuki. 4. Mythical Ancient Beasts. Mythical Ancient Beast is one of the ancient legendary monsters that in ancient times ruled the Earth's civilization, and was able to survive for thousands of years. At first, these ancient monsters became a frightening specter for some areas, and some of the humans preferred to avoid the territory of these monsters. With Earth's civilization at that time very slow in combat equipment, these monsters were very successful in their era, such as when humans were oppressed by Kaguya without being able to fight back and just resigned to the situation. However, hundreds of years have passed since that era, the era where ninjutsu has spread, and since the birth of the Uzumaki clan era, slowly humans began to fight the ancient beasts, until finally the strongest of them was sealed by Uzumaki Ashina. Hundreds of years have passed since it was sealed by Ashina. Now in the Boruto era it is not impossible that the seal will weaken and cause the ancient beast to be released. This ancient will follow his instincts where he will try to take revenge on the Uzumaki clan who at that time had sealed him. In the current era, only Konoha has descendants from the Uzumaki clan, such as Karin and Naruto's family. The remaining Uzumaki will be the key that can tame the creature, until finally the creature will become a new source of strength for the shinobi to fight the invasion of the Otsutsuki in the future. 5. Jubi. Jubi is a creature or monster that can create destruction if it is outside the planet Otsutsuki. As we know, these Jubi came from the Otsutsuki who brought them from their home planet. With the Otsutsuki who have Jubi, it is very likely that this creature is a special summoned creature that they created specifically to cultivate strength and energy sources during their invasion. By looking at its size, which can be 3 times the size of summoned creatures on Earth, by having the Jubi as a Kuchiyose creature, whoever has it will certainly be able to rule a planet. What's more, if the person controlling the Jubi is able to make it evolve into a Jubi tree, and if that happens, then it is certain that the planet where the Jubi is located will not survive. The shinobi who have the opportunity to become masters of the Jubi are Kawaki and Boruto, who already have karma in their bodies, and they have also become Otsutsuki figures with that karma. If one of them is able to control the Jubi as a Kuchiyose creature and control it as Madara and Obito did in the 4th Shinobi World War, then it is certain that he will become a legendary shinobi figure of this era. 6. White Nine-Tails Fox. The White Nine-Tails Fox is one of the legendary animals of the shinobi world, which has the same shape as Kurama with 9 tails. However, unlike Kurama who came from Jubi, White Fox is a life form that has existed since the era of Kaguya's arrival. It could be said that Hagoromo created Kurama by imitating the shape of the white-tails fox he had encountered during his training with Gamamaru. Not only does it have a difference in strength, where Kurama only has fire element properties, the white-tails fox has different elemental abilities in each of its tails, and he is also able to combine each of these attacks, by deploying attacks from his mouth. As the oldest being on Earth, he is also able to neutralize ninjutsu attacks, which are the teachings of the Otsutsuki brought by Hagoromo to Earth. He is also able to predict the future, so he does not help the shinobi when they are in danger of extinction, such as Kaguya's attack or the other Otsutsuki, because he knows that the shinobi are capable of handling their own problems. But, in the absence of strong shinobi like the era of Naruto and Sasuke, but he realized that there would be a big enemy like the king of Otsutsuki who would come to Earth, the white-tailed fox finally decided to help the shinobi, by binding a contract to Boruto who had a destiny great as the savior of the shinobi world. Enough to get here first all shinobi this time. For the next story, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, because all shinobi still has lots of stories and theories about the world of shinobi. See you next time, and goodbye!